This show is honestly too wholesome. My name is Haven, and today I'm going to be giving my quick first impressions of the show. I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. And this show is honestly a lot better than I originally thought it was going to be when I clicked on the silly thumbnail that Crunchyroll had. I was like, 50% this is going to be a hentai, or, very ecchi, or the other 50% of this is going to be wholesome and very silly, and it definitely lived up to that second one. The show follows Alan Crawford and Charlotte Evans as they kind of explore the naughtier things that life has to offer, which is mainly just like, oh yeah, we had sweets for dinner, or we spent a lot of money on shopping, or we bought things we shouldn't have, or oh, we beat up a punching bag. And the list could go on. I could just literally name everyone from the first couple of episodes, but I won't bore you with that. But that's not to say that it's all rainbow and sunshines in the show. While it is very silly and has its, fun moments, there is a darker subplot which I feel like ties the show together really well. Charlotte has been exiled from her kingdom. People are after her. She's basically a wanted criminal for a crime that she didn't commit. Allegedly. And Alan believes her that she didn't commit this crime and that, he's going to kind of take care of her. But every so often in the episode, it kind of reminds you, it's like, hey, here's this very silly thing we're doing. But there's also a little bit of darkness hidden behind this. Like, are you gonna learn more about Charlotte's dark past, or are you gonna learn more about the prince who it will very likely be a bad guy based on how he's kind of portrayed with, like, the smile that's like, haha, I'm a villain. And the show does a great job of balancing that. And honestly, I feel like the show picks up even more getting into like the second and third episode, where they start introducing more characters that are outside of the Alan Charlotte dynamic. Like the sister, she's a great addition, and them just kind of like, butting heads, fighting like cats and dogs the entire episode, and then Charlotte's there to try and reprimand him or be the straight man of the group. And thankfully, at least from what I've seen so far, all the jokes are very universally understandable. You don't have to be living in Japan or know what's currently going on in the world or what trends are out there to get what's going on. It's all very fantasy focused, with the jokes being spells or the dynamic between characters. And it's very easy just to kind of turn your brain off and enjoy, and then kind of perk back up once something starts happening, more plot-wise. And even the animation for the show is pretty decent. It's nothing that's going to blow you away or be like groundbreaking. It's very serviceable and it does its job well. But there's nothing glaringly bad with the animation that you're going to be like, this is actually unwatchable. And I mean, if I did have to make just like a small nitpick, like sometimes you do see some kind of like wonky hands in there, but outside of that, it's like the show looks nice. It's the usual fanfare you would get out of more of a slice of life anime. So definitely nothing to complain about, but nothing really to, write home about either. And then, at least for me, the most lacking part of this entire show is the soundtrack. I feel like it just kind of it feels like it was just kind of pulled out of the slice of life fantasy like album and just like put into play. When I went to go record this, I had to actually go back and like watch the first episode again to be like, wait, what was the soundtrack in this? Because it was just it was just there. And yeah, it was nothing that I could really remember, or I was like, oh yeah, this is good, or oh, this is bad. It's like, yeah, it's there, it's okay. Editor Haven here, interrupting real quick. I actually forgot to touch on the opening and ending songs and videos like for the anime. They're both good. They're not necessarily songs that I'm super into to where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this outside, but they're not completely like unlistenable where you're just like, I need to shut this off right away or I'm going to die. One really cool thing I did learn while doing a little bit of research is that the opening theme, Ikanai a Stranger, is actually done by the VTuber Yui Hizuki, and I'm like, oh heck yeah. more VTuber representation in like the mainstream media. I'm always game for it. So that is all. I will throw you back into the video. See ya. But yeah, for my first impression, I would definitely say give it a watch. I'm definitely going to continue keeping track of this one this season. It seems like it'll be a good comedy to kind of keep us sane in between stuff like Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, and Jujutsu Kaisen. So, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I definitely think that if you're interested in something like this, where it's more of a lighthearted comedy with a bit of dark undertones, I would definitely recommend this. But honestly, that's all I really have for my first impression. Being the first one in the series, I didn't want to make this too short to where it was just like, good, go watch, get out of here. But I also didn't want to make like a video essay right off the bat. So definitely let me know down below what you think I could add into the video or improve on. But at the end of the day, my name is Haven. Thank you to anyone that decided to become a party member today. And yeah, I think I'll probably record a few more of these and then yeah, take any advice or feedback I get to try and put it into the next ones as well. And thank you so much for coming out. Again, my name is Haven. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again. If I see you again. Bye-bye. See you, everyone.